In this video, we want to compare two types of C and Z Purlin roll forming machines. Type 1, multi-size CZ Purlin machine with gearbox transmission and thickness of about 5 mm. Type 2, multi-size CZ Purlin machine with chain transmission.
This is a 5 mm CZU Purlin production line layout from side view. The color, servo feeding, leveling, pre-cutting, looper. Then we come into the forming machine. The machine can dealing with 5 mm thickness, and the profile can make C Purlin, Z Purlin, and U Purlin. And this is a very big line, and with this kind of the pneumatic runout table. So just follow me, and I'm gonna show you what is included, how we build up the line. This is kind of the 45-degree cutting die, and in this stage is kind of the forming, and we do apply for the online punching, and this online punching is after forming. These two units of the roller, the most function is for adjusting the profile after forming and after punching. This big unit with 5 punch cylinder is used for punch the holes on the website, on the bottom of the profile. And here it's supplied by the big hydraulic pump station. Since the machine can make different size of the machine, so it requires the forming stands can move on the rail. So this completely stand unit can move on the rail, as well as the other side. We can cross the machine to see. The machine is driven by gearbox, and as well as this stand also can move on the rail. So this is the completely line. And the machine was driven by two sides of the motor, and that is servo motor. One is 30 kW, another one is 22 kW. It's coupled with enough power. And in front of the machine, that is the cutting die, and it's coupled with different cutting die for different size. As well as this unit is made for different punching requirement. So we can see the shaft. It's about 100 diameter. And this is the cabinet power supply. This is the overturning device. While we shift the profile from C Purlin to Z Purlin, manual overturning. And we have almost 5 stations. Before the steel strips going through to the forming machine, we have this unit as kind of for leveling and pre-cutting. And this kind of the servo feeding table. while the material that is more widened with high thickness, like up to 5 millimeter, and even the feeding width will up to maybe like 400 or maybe 450 widths. See, this is the 5 millimeter thickness of the plate. So this kind of the servo feeding can help the strips insert into the leveling unit. This roller will press on the material, and this feeding table will be lifted up by button cylinder. So with this kind of the help, the steel strip will go through to the leveling unit much more easy without manual. In the other side, I have introduced the machine. This is stand. This part of the rolling stand can move on the rail as well as this side, which means on this machine, the both sides of the rolling stands can move on the rail to adapt into different widths and height. Each rolling station is driven with one piece of the gearbox. This is a servo motor reducer. The power that is 30 kW. This is completely lined for this 5 millimeter CZU Purlin. Today we have one machine that is a CZU Purlin machine. It's kind of the production line on the testing and running in the workshop. So you just stay with me and let's see what was in the line and what kind of the line can make. So firstly, we have testing the first stage. We are testing the perforated U-Purlin. And this line has combined with Yangli punching machine. This is the first workpiece. Actually, for the forming machine, it's somehow very normal and common. That is C Purlin, Z Purlin, and U Purlin combined into one single machine. And the machine was made by post-cut, multiple cutting die. The widths can be adjusted with servo motorized. See, it's working. The Yangli press machine to make the matrix perforated horse. In this testing running, we didn't put the machine into max speed, which means we put the machine in low speed to see how it works. And right now, let's move along the machine to see what's going on for this line. What is the line combined? So this stage is CDU Purlin line. You can see how it works. And the machine is driven by double chain. And this is the main motor. And from here we will see the purlin is getting formed. This device is for overturning. It has handle, but it's not completed yet. So this block will be used to overturn, to shift from Z purlin to C purlin, and shift it from C purlin to Z purlin. Interchange. And on the machine, it also has punching die, which can make the holes on the waist of C purlin and Z purlin. And here there will be one looper. The looper will cross from the punching machine to the forming machine. And right now on the punching machine is perforation die, matrix perforation die. And this punching machine will be connected with the forming machine by some sensor, which means it can work or it can work. Depends on the forming machine. And then let's move along to the pre-cut. And here is the cabinet, which controls the system for servo feeding and the punching machine. And let's cross this first looper to reach over to the leveling and the pre-cut die. This is the leveling unit with pre-cut. And this feeding guide as well, it can adapt it to different widths of the strips. In the last station, that is hydraulic decoller. So from here, we can have the completely knowledge for this line, which means we started from hydraulic decoller, and cross that we will have the leveling unit with pre-cut. And then from here, we got one looper to reach over the servo feeding with punching machine. So right now we reach in the another side of the CD purlin. And here we have one cabinet which used to control the CZ forming machine. This cabinet is used for CZ forming machine. Okay, so right now let's see how it works. And right now we reached to the cutting die once again. And this is the workpiece we get. This is the first trial test. The main purpose is we want to see the program, the connection, the every action is well organized in the system. So this is kind of the CZ Purlin line, which has combined with Yangli punch machine in the line.